When I first started climbing, I made a laundry list of mistakes. Looking back now, there's really a few essential things that I was missing that I just had no idea about. And I really wish somebody told me. So here's a few things I wish somebody told me when I first started climbing. So for me, number one is to not be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone. In reality, you're at a point in your climbing career where you don't know a whole lot, and so you may as well just get exposed to any sort of move and hold at all. The goal here is to add as many tricks to your trade as possible. And just because the grade is high, it doesn't mean you can't learn from falling on it. I've broken through some of my biggest plateaus just from trying moves that I didn't know I would even make. So number two is to be as social as possible. Whether you find your way into a friend group or you just bring a friend along to climb with you, climbing is done best when you're with friends. Climbing is a social sport, so why do it alone? For me, whenever I'm working through really hard problems, or when I just want to have a fun climbing day, I always bring somebody along with me because it's really good to have a second set of eyes on a route, just in case if you miss a move or a certain hold on an outdoor route or even in the gym. Number three is super simple, but can easily be overthought. And that is just because you're falling doesn't mean you're failing. In my opinion, if you're not falling, you're not learning something. And in reality, 90% of climbing is just falling. So it's super normal to go through the process of failing until you get something. Number four is the assumption that to be really good at climbing, you need to be strong. It's just not true at all. I mean, there is a slight prerequisite to climbing. You do have to have some finger strength, but a lot of getting really good at climbing just comes from having really good technique. And it's not something you can just instantly get good at. It's one of those things that you just need to practice over time. So if I was a brand new climber, the best thing that I would do is watch where I'm putting my feet and where my hips are, and I would ask myself, why am I putting my feet here? What am I setting myself up for? And what holds am I going to? So for the last biggest piece of advice that I could give any new climber is to climb for comfort. Your first pair of shoes do not need to be the most expensive or the most aggressive. If I were to give any recommendation to any new climber for shoes, I would honestly just say to climb in what makes you comfortable. Because when I look back at my climbing, I've always climbed the best when I'm comfortable. And some honest advice, as a beginner climber, if you buy the best of the best shoe, chances are you're not fully seeing the benefits of that shoe just yet. So again, my main priority would just be for comfort until you get to that level where you can start seeing those benefits, or at least until you outgrow the shoe. But yeah, overall, there's a lot of advice that I could have used as a beginner climber, but hopefully these 5 things helped you in some sort of way. But anyway, thanks for watching. See ya.